Yashodanandana Brajajana Randana Yashodanandana Brajajana Randana Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajakaacharya Ashtottara Sadasri Srimad Charanarvinda His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki ISKCON BBD Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai Gaur Premanande Hari All glories to the assembled devotees Hare Krishna All glories to the assembled devotees Hare Krishna All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 23, Maharaj Prithu is going back home. Text number 9. Yadaha dhyatmikam param. Yogam tenaiva purusha avajat purusar savah Sanat Kumaro Bhagavan Radhyatmikam param Yogam tenaiva purusham avajat purusha Sanat Kumaro Bhagavan Yada Hyadhyatmikam Param Yogam Tenaiva Purusham Avajat Purushar Savah Sanat Kumaro Bhagavan Yadahadhyatmikam param Yogam tenaiva purusham Avajat purushar sabha Sanat Kumaro Bhagavan Yadhyatmikam param Yogam tenaiva purusham Avajat purushar sabha Sanat Kumaro Bhagavan Yadahadhyatmikam param Yogam tenaiva purusham Avajat purushar sabha Sanat Kumaro Bhagavan Yadahadhyatmikam param Yogam tenaiva purusham Avajat purushar sabha Sanat Kumaro Bhagavan Yogam Tenaiva Purusam Avajat Purusha Sanat Kumara Bhagavan most powerful Yat that which Aha said Adhyatmikam spiritual advancement of life Param ultimate Yogam mysticism Tena by that Eva certainly Purusham the supreme person Avajat worshipped Purusha Rishabha the best of human beings. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thus, the best amongst human beings, Maharaj Prithu followed that path of spiritual advancement which was advised by Sanat Kumara. That is to say, he worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Please repeat. Thus, the best amongst the human beings, Maharaj Prithu, followed the path of spiritual advancement, which was advised by Sanat Kumara. That is to say, he worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Purport. In this verse, it is clearly said that Maharaj Prithu, practicing the pranayama yoga system, engaged in the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead as advised by the Saint Sanata Kumara. In this verse, the words Purusham Avajat, Purushar Savaha are significant. Purushar Sava refers to Maharaj Prithu, the best amongst human beings. And Purusham refers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The conclusion is that the best man amongst all men engages in the service of the Supreme Person. One Purusha is worshipable and the other Purusha is a worshipper. When the Purusha who worships the living entity thinks of becoming one with the Supreme Person, he simply becomes bewildered and falls into the darkness of ignorance. As stated by Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita 2.12, all living entities assembled in the battlefield, as well as Krishna himself, were also present in the past as individuals and would continue to be present in the future as individual also. Nattoivaham jatunasam, nattvam nemijinavita, nattaiva bhavisya sarvevaham natahapara. All right. Therefore, the two Purushas, the living entity and the Supreme Personality of Godhead, never lose their respective identities. Actually, one who is self-realized engages himself in the service of the Lord perpetually, both in this life and in the next. Indeed, for devotees, there is no difference between this life and the next. In this life, a neophyte devotee is trained to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And in the next life, he approaches that Supreme Person in Vaikuntha and renders the same devotional service. Even for the neophyte devotee, devotional service is considered Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate. Devotional service to the Lord is never considered a material activity. Since he is acting on a Brahma Bhuta platform, a devotee is already liberated. He therefore has no need to practice any other type of yoga in order to approach the Brahma Bhuta stage. If the devotee adheres strictly to the orders of the spiritual master, follows the rules and regulations, and chant the Hare Krishna mantra, it should be concluded that he is already at the Brahma Bhuta stage, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 14:6-26. Mam chayobhya vicharena bhakti yogena sevate sargunan samate taitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. One who is engaged in full devotional service, unfailing in all circumstances, at once transcends the modes of material nature and thus comes to the level of Brahman. Om Agyanasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshu Unmitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manovistan Sthapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamai Andadati Swapadantika. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalan Sri Guru Vaisnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatan Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakhan Vitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagat Pate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tatta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Sabhan Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriya. Vancha kalpataru vyaksha kripa sindhu vya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaisnavebhyo namo namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Kristhaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatari Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sanat Kumaru Bhagavan Yada Yadhyatmikam Param Yogam Tenaiva Purusha Avajat Purusar Savah. Thus, the best amongst human beings, Maharaj Prithu, followed the path of spiritual advancement, which was advised by Sanat Kumar. That is to say, he worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. The ultimate object of worship is Krishna. Whether the worshipper is in the neophyte stage or in the advanced middle stage or highly advanced stages, ultimate object is Krishna. He is the center of our worship. That is what we do every day. Everything we do is an offering, is a worship to Krishna. And there are different type of worshippers. Some worship Krishna as a person, some worship Krishna as impersonal Brahman, some worship Krishna as all-pervading personality into this material cosmic manifestation. So if you see the Native American people, they worship nature. Whatever they do, they worship the forest god before they go to hunt. Or before they started planting some crops, they worshipped the god of different titles. But people do worship God in different form, different stages of their life. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was asked, who are you? What is your identity? Who are you? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very nicely explained about who he was. Who knows this verse? Very famous verse. I do not know it, but I just know beginning. Naham vipra nata narapati napi vaisya na sudra. Yeah. And middle lines, okay, we just put under comma. And he says, Gopi Vartu Pada Kamalayo, Dasa Dasa Anudasa. Naham Vipra, I am not a Brahmin. Nachanarapati, I am not a king, not a Kshatriya. Napi Vaisyo, neither I am a commercial man, businessman, a Vaisya. Neither I do trade, business, no. Napi Sudra, neither I am not Sudra. But nor I am a sannyasi, nor I am a banaprastha, nor I am a grihastha. Like that, he says, rejecting all this social identification of a soul according to Varna and Ashram. He is rejecting everything that. And he says, Gopi Bhartu Patakamalayur. Who is the Bharta of Gopi? Prabhu Bharta is in Bhagavad Gita. Bharta word Bharta is the master or the sustainer or the maintainer. Who is the maintainer of gopis? Krishna. Gopi Bhartu Padakamalayur. Those who take shelter of the master of gopis. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not say the master of Yasoda, Nanda Maharaj, all the people. He said Gopis Bhartu. The master of gopis. Dasa. Dasa, 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 Anudasa. I am the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant of the master of gopis. That is who I am. So that is called Gopi Bhava. What Bhava? Gopi Bhava. All our acharyas, previous acharyas, they are simply preaching in the mood of same Bhava, Gopi Bhava. Manjari Bhava, Sri Rupa Manjari Pada, like that. But this Gopi Bhav is manifests in different place, in different form, in different way. Like the Gopi Bhava in a spiritual world, that all the gopis are serving Krishna in the form of manjaris, different kind of manjaris, Rasa Manjari, Nitya Manjari, so many manjaris. Like of all our acharyas are manjari, right? Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is one manjari, Naina Manjari. Bhakti Vinod Thakur is another manjari. Srila Prabhupada is also another, maybe manjari, I do not know yet. And Rupa Goswamis are Rupa Manjari. All these different kind of manjaris, they serve Krishna with that mood in a spiritual world. All the gopis, they serve Krishna in that mood. And that definition of Gopi Bhava in spiritual world and material world is completely different. And in a spiritual world, all beings are pure devotees, Siddha Purushas. Everyone is liberated completely. They are not conditioned by anything. They do not have to deal with karma, krodha, love, lust, anger, greed, everything. No, they are completely freed from all those obstacles that we experience in this material world. So they do have that pure bhava. And then we will discuss about different component of Gopi Bhavas and how that manifests in Siddha Purushas, pure devotees and gopis in Vrindavan, in Goloka, how that manifests in the pure devotees in material world, and how that manifests in sadhakas like ourselves into this material world, and how we come perfect ourselves and return in that position of Manjari Bhava. So when that real Gopi Bhava is misunderstood and somebody try to practice without understanding its criteria, its characters, then one becomes Sahajya. This is very, very important to understand for the devotees, how important it is to not fall onto the category of sahajya while practicing our Krishna consciousness. Very, very important. Sahaj means very easy. Ijya means to worship. Just like a lady, let's take the example of a lady. When she is a little child, when she is a mother, she has a specific relationship with her baby. When she is married, her relationship with her husband is completely different from the relationship of child. And then the relationship between the same lady with her mother-in-law is completely different. And the relationship of that woman with the society people is completely different. And when she goes her mother's home, is completely different. But the person is the same. So it is very, very important to understand. So let's discuss about this very deep topic. I'm not at all qualified to discuss, but we will discuss, try to discuss within Prabhupada's shelter. So it's good. There are 5 different components of Gopi Bhav that one need to understand. Whenever we hear about Gopi Bhav, we should understand these 5 things. One is Bipada. What is Bipada? We may say calamities, risk or obstacles. Thus Kunti Maharani is praying, give me, my Lord, give me Bipada. Bipada Hasanta. One component is Bipada, means obstacles, difficulties. Another component of this Gopi Bhav is Mrityu, death. We will discuss how this manifests in different stages of devotees in different places later. But we are just talking about the different 5 components of Gopi Bhav. One is Bipada, which means calamities, risk, obstacles, difficulties. Next one is Mrityu, death. And the other one is Rupa, form. Most of the Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas, they focused on the form of Lord Krishna whenever they pray. All the prayers, they simply focus on the beauty of the form of the Supreme Lord. All Mayavadis, they focus on the energies of the Supreme Lord. They do not directly address to the personality and talk about the beauty, nice, beautiful form. But so this, another component is Rupa. And another component of Gopi Bhav is Krishna Sukha Tatparya. Krishna Sukha Tatparya means anything you do, the essence of your activities is to give pleasure to Krishna. Krishna Sukha. Not my pleasure, not your personal pleasure, not somebody else's pleasure, but Krishna's pleasure. Is technically called Krishna's Sukha Tatparya. And the final component is Viraha. What is the meaning of Viraha? Huh? Sorry? Strength. No, Viraha means a feeling of separation. Or Viraha Bhav. Viraha Bhav means separation. So these are the 5 components of Gopi Bhav. The devotees should understand. First one is Vipada, calamities, difficulties. Second one is Mrityu, death. Third one is Rupa, form, beauty, quality of the form. Fourth is Krishna, Sukha, Tatparya, pleasing Krishna, the only goal. Fifth is Viraha, separation. Now, let us discuss how this thing manifests in spiritual world and in material world. And even in material world, there are 2 categories of living being. One is pure devotees like Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, all the other Narottam Das Thakur, all the acharyas, great acharyas, how do they manifest these qualities? And another one is sadhaka purusha, like we are practicing Krishna consciousness. We are not yet pure yet. We are a practitioner. We are neophyte devotees. And how do we manifest those things? Let's discuss. And when the practice of Gopi Bhava that are manifested in a spiritual world are trying to practice here in this material world without being qualified, then we become sahajya. This is very important. Another aspect of understanding this thing, we become sahajya. Sahajya, like you can see, go to Vrindavan, and they are acting like different ways. Sometimes a man wearing sari. Have you seen that? If you have been to India, maybe you have seen it. They put lipstick and then just act like a gopi. This is all the fallen state of this imitation. So you are not going to do that. So the vipada, the obstacles manifest in Goloka Vrindavan Dham with all the gopis, like Radharani is always obstructed by her mother-in-law, by her husband, Jatila, Kotila. They always stop her going to Krishna. They always make sure Radharani is not thinking about Krishna or not attending Vrindavan, dancing with Krishna. Always obstacles come. And in that obstacle, they think Krishna and they remember Krishna. All the gopis, their husband makes sure they don't see Krishna. When Krishna come from forest taking all the cows, they go into the veranda in the top and then try to see Krishna, but they are always checked. Hey, who you are looking to? That is naughty boy, don't look him. He is very, very crooked boy. This is how gopis, they feel obstacles in Goloka Vrindavan. That's called vipada. They always face that vipada. Try to understand, please. Then, how do they face death in separation of Krishna? Is like when they don't see Krishna and when they don't get association of Krishna, their senses stop working, their mind stop working, they feel like they are dead. Our life is useless. We wasted our life. It's like we are living but we are dead. That feel coming down. We are so useless, we cannot even serve Krishna with anything. We are such a fallen. We are dead, like dead. And then they go like, sometimes very unconscious like that. So this quality manifests in them. And Rupa comes in Goloka Vrindavan Dham in the form of Smaranam and singing glories. When Krishna is in Vrindavan, they all time remember him, and they meditate his beautiful smiling face in their mind, and they keep chanting the glories of Krishna. Like Gopi Git, this all Gopi Git is manifestation of their feeling of separation from Krishna, and they are explaining different qualities, different form, different groups of Krishna. This is how they constantly manifest that feeling within their mind. At that time. And another quality of Krishna Sukha Tatparya, how do they manifest in these gopis? Their only goal is to please Krishna. They do not have anything personal goal. Like here in our case, our goal is, let me become a nice devotee. I want to understand Krishna. I want to know more about Krishna. I want to live a Krishna conscious life. I want to become a good preacher. I want to become a guru. I want to become this and that. But the first is me, I. And maybe I can this way, maybe I might please Krishna. But first goal is I want to become something good. But in gopis, in Vrindavan, everyone who serve Krishna, they do not care their personal thing. Despite of all the obstacles, all the hindrances, all the difficulties, their only focus is how can I please Krishna. Krishna Sukha Tatparya, that's the goal. Like Sahaja in Vrindavan, they want to imitate and then be pleased by themselves. And another one is a Biraha. Biraha means separation. It's very gopis always gopis and Biraha, they are synonymous. If you remove that separation from gopis, then there is no meaning of gopis. They always remain in separation, and they pray Krishna. Even in Vrindavan, Krishna left them all of a sudden. He went to Dwaraka. Their whole life passed in Biraha, in separation. And they even blamed Brahmaji for making their eyelid, that when they blink their eye, that moment they cannot see Krishna. That much separation they have. That much feeling of separation gopis have. So they are always, even they are with Krishna together, but they still feel the separation, the fear of separation. They think, how long Krishna be with us? He is leaving soon. Krishna is not going to be with us all the time. He is, even though Krishna is with him, but they have already feared that Krishna is leaving sometime, at any time. So this is how that mode of Viraha manifests in the residents of Goloka. And this can be defined like a prema, Vaichitya. This is that feeling of fear that Krishna might leave us at any time. And another one is dhairya, patience. When Krishna goes to Vrindavan, in the forest to herd cows, the whole day they feel so separation, and then patiently they wait to see Krishna until evening. So this is all about how this mood of gopis manifests in Goloka Vrindavan Dham, where everyone is pure and liberated personalities. Now we talk about material world, how it happens. And then in material world, we already discussed that we have two categories of devotees. One is perfected being, pure devotees, Siddha Purusas. Another, sadhakas, conditioned soul. We are not talking about general populace who are not taking the process of Krishna consciousness yet. And the Vipada, the mode of this Vipada come in the pure devotee's life, like when they preach, they bring a big revolution. Preaching activity, they completely preach against the social norms and values, like Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Whatever they preached, this Krishna consciousness, Gaudiya Vaishnavism, was completely against of all these previous understanding and belief. Initiating female, giving Brahman Gayatri to ladies, crossing over ocean, preaching Westerners, making them a Vaishnavas, making them a gurus. These are all revolutionary preaching activities. And while doing so, they face all kind of obstacles. People criticize. People sometimes even try to kill Narottam Das Thakur, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, many other previous Vaishnavas who were very revolutionary. They were attempted to be killed by other people. So this is how they are taking this challenge of risk while preaching, because this is all coming from gopis. This is real gopi. This is called real gopi bhava. Gopi bhava is not like hiding in your kutia and then do all kind of imitation activities. Vipada, they always get obstacles, and they deal with a demoniac culture, demoniac people while preaching. People always raise question, but they get all encouragement from that supreme mood. And Mrityu, how do the pure devotees who preach in material world get this quality, this component of Mrityu? It is said that Anya Swarupa, the Mrityu of any other material form, like I am this body, I am Indian, I am Nepali, I am American, I am Guru, all this feeling, they kill that feeling from them. That's why Prabhupada always says in his lectures, don't think that you are American, you are like Indian, you're this and that. So they are situated in their Swarupena Vyavastitau. Bhagavatam says that. Where does it explain? 2.10.6. Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 10, text number 6. Can anyone find it? Look up the phone and we understand what is this. The death of your material body's conception. The pure devotees, they kill that feeling and they situated in their pure devotional, pure Swarupa. Go ahead. Find 2.10.6. Somebody is close? Go ahead, Prabhu.
Read the words.
Yeah, the translation.
The merging of the living entity along with his conditional living tendency with the mystic lying down of the Mahavishnu is called the winding up of the cosmic manifestation. Liberation is the permanent situation of the form of the living entity after he gives up the changeable gross and subtle material.
Yeah, they kill that gross conception of life. This is how that death manifests in pure devotees in material world. Now, Rupa, how this quality manifests in pure devotees into this material world through smaranam. Ismaranam. And Ismaranam come from chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Externally, pure devotees chant Hare Krishna, but internally their mind is remembering, seeing the different pastimes, different gunas, different leelas, different form of Krishna in their mind. And as soon as they utter the name, they immediately Smaranam come in their mind. But in my case, in our case, as soon as we chant Hare Krishna, we immediately think something else, some other problem, some our earlier childhood pastime, some traveling, something else come in our mind. This is how we can understand where is our interest. As soon as we chant and the first idea that comes in our mind, this is where our interest is. Devotee can identify, are we Krishna conscious or not? Personally, whenever I chant Hare Krishna, something always comes in my mind which is not Krishna at all. I hope you also have same experience. You may be thinking Krishna or something else. Then I address my interest where I am at and try to correct from there, try to go from there and drag the mind back to holy name. We are always struggling in this phase. So, but pure devotees, as soon as they chant Hare Krishna, tears comes, right? Prabhupada, that's what Prabhupada says, my disciples are not afraid of Maya. They realize, they understand the power of Maya, and they immediately connect with Krishna, and they, in their mind, continuous Smaranam going all time. Even externally they are doing something else, but inside remembering Krishna at all time. This is how one component of a Rupa of Gopi Bhav manifests in pure devotees into the material world. And another one is Krishna Sukha Tatparya, and that manifests in a Prema Prachar, preaching. What Krishna thinks about the suffering living being who are making different plan into this material world. What does Krishna want? Krishna wants all of them come back to him. Krishna wants all the conditioned living being into this material world become Krishna conscious and follow this path of bhakti and return back to him. So who fulfilled that desire of Krishna to try to get living being back to home, back to Godhead? Krishna's devotees, when they do preaching. So preaching is the essence. That's why Prabhupada says pure devotees are not simply living in Vrindavan and doing their personal bhajan and then realize Krishna, remember Krishna, and engage in different kind of pastimes with Krishna, and then go back home, back to Godhead. No, they take a big risk. They gave up their personal desires, personal pleasure, just like Prabhupada. Example as Prabhupada is enough to understand. Old man, is not very healthy, no any support, doesn't have any money. He has to request somebody for ticket for many times. He has to convince, yeah, please, believe me, understand me, I try to do something. Writing book, translation. When somebody say, can you write an essay tomorrow about devotional life? Oh yeah, I have no time, I need to think. It doesn't come to my mind. It's really difficult for me to write. But Prabhupada, old man, every day, constantly writing, translating books, volumes of books, not like one small tiny Path of Perfection book. It's like whole volume, taking risk and going like that. Preaching. By doing that pleases Krishna, because that is also thinking that my goal is to please Krishna. How? By preaching. Krishna is more pleased by preaching than by doing my own personal sadhana. So this is how pure devotees manifest Gopi Bhav, through preaching in this material world. And Viraha, the separation, and the Prem Vivarta, the Viraha Prem Vivarta is manifested when devotees, pure devotees, they miss Krishna, they are away from Krishna externally, they left the spiritual world and they are in the material world and they miss Krishna and they start seeing everything as Krishna everywhere. Just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what happened to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is an ideal devotee. He is manifesting all these qualities to show us that how one should feel. When he saw a river, he was immediately confused with Jamuna. When he would see a mountain, he would immediately think with it's a Govardhan hill. When he sees what else? Forest. When he would see some forest, he would immediately think Vrindavan forest. So they start thinking, seeing Krishna everywhere. They are.
When he saw Bhagavatam, he was seeing the Lord Krishna.
So that's the viraha, the separation manifest to the pure devotees in material world. Now we talk about how that Gopi Bhav, 5 component manifest in practicing devotees. Is it interested so far? Yeah? Okay, how we now discuss about how this manifests in ourselves, like we are all practicing devotees. Like Vipada, the first quality of Vipada, this manifests in us like a Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mat, Matsarya, all these qualities. In Vrindavan, in the spiritual world, they are tackling with their family member, relatives, they stopping them to go to see Krishna. Pure devotees are feeling this Vipada in the mood of preaching. When they bring revolutionary ideas in the society and people are protesting them, they are disagreeing and fighting with them. But in our life, we are struggling with the calm, lust, anger, greed. We are getting strength to control over these qualities by this Gopi Bhav, and we are trying to practice to overcome. Our challenges are to face with this thing. And Rupa, we by practice chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we do not immediately remember Krishna, Smaran, his form, his pastimes. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say, when you keep chanting Hare Krishna, everything, all the qualities are included within the chanting Hare Krishna. Once you are purified by this holy name, and everything slowly manifests within you. then you can start thinking, feeling, and willing to do Krishna's Naam more and more. And you can understand, you can start seeing Krishna. Then only later on, once we are purified by chanting the process of Hare Krishna, then we might have some tears in our ears when we chant. But in this now, we keep just chanting holy name. And Krishna Sukha Tatparya is manifesting in us through the preaching and achar. Prachar and achar. Prachar means preaching, and in order to preach, we need to follow etiquette. जो करे आचार सही करे प्रचार. By simply following a good sadhana, by following regulative principle, no meat eating, no gambling, no illicit sex, no intoxication, like we are cultivating this good habit, good behavior, good habit in our life, in devotional practicing life. And by doing so, we can please Krishna. Because when we behave nicely, when we follow regulative principle, when we preach within remaining under the guidance, then it helps people who are not even practicing, who are not even neophyte, who are completely sleeping in the material world. It helps them to come to Krishna. So this gives most pleasure to Krishna. So it is very, very important in our life to follow all this achar. Wake up on time, go to bed on time, eat as much as we need, ahara nindra. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, one who controls, who balances these things, entertainment, eating, sleeping, yoga dukkha. What is the verse? Chapter 6. Yeah. What is that verse? Do you remember? 6. That's why devotees should train. Prabhupada was very heavy with his disciples. You don't know, you are fool. We are all like that. Okay. Furthermore, Hare Krishna. Anyway, the idea was that. Can you repeat the English? One
is regulated and eating, sleeping, recreation, and terminology.
Yeah.
This yes.
This is the Then one can be free from suffering. Dukkha is like Mother Chandrika is trying to find.
I used to know it used to be my favorite verse.
Yes, yeah. I also know it, but right now I don't know. Anyway, this is how we manifest Krishna Sukha Tatparya by following the regulative principle of bhakti, and then preaching the mission that are established by our acharyas. We can please Krishna most. By doing so, we always remain intact with Gopi Bhav, and we are loved by Krishna. We are not sahajas. You found? Huh?
6 plus 17.
Oh, chapter 17? Oh,
Chapter 6
yeah.
plus 17.
Can you say the Sanskrit? Just begin the word. Then we know. Yuktahara viharasya yukta karmasya chestasu. Yukta solpasya bhavadasya yukta yoga vabhati dukkha. This is what it is. Thank you so much. Okay, read the translation, please. We will close the class with that translation. Yeah.
he who is regulated in his habits of recreation and work and mitigate all material practicing the world system.
Thank you so much. And the last quality, the viraha that manifests in us, that is a vastavik viraha. We feel that, oh yeah, I'm away from Krishna, I'm very far away from Krishna. That comes a little later. We are not feeling that separation yet. We are still on the way to Krishna consciousness, to feel separation from Krishna. So as long as we are within this barometer of bhakti, we live in the mood of gopis, and we do right preaching, and we will advance very quick, and we understand Krishna even better. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Is it a hand for question? Please.
Actually, I have two questions.
The first one is, so you were talking about how Lord Chaitanya, when he sees a river, he thinks it's the Jamuna, and he sees a forest, he thinks it's the Vrindavan forest. And I was just reminded of, I think most devotees have had this experience, but like where I'll be out and about and like I'll see somebody and I'll think, oh, they have a bead bag, but they don't have a bead bag at all. Or I'll be, in the store and I'll be like, I swear someone just said Hari Bol.
That is,
And,
yes, exactly. That happens to me.
And,
Yeah, it's a symptom. Yes, it's a symptom. Thank you so much.
and so I think all of us have had that experience.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Now I am going to take one verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita Antalila. How Chaitanya Mahaprabhu manifested all these qualities which we discussed today. Shri Shri Gaurnitai ki
Jai.
I will try to read. Durgame Krishna Bhavavdo Nimagno Magna Chetasa Gaurena Harina Prema Maryada Bhuri Darshita. The Acharya says this verse of Chaitanya Charitamrita is one of the most important major verse of the whole Chaitanya Charitamrita. Here it says Prema Maryada. Prema Maryada means you understand that the transcendental love, how it manifests in different stages and different places and different personality. But when one imitates the prema of a pure devotee and you are conditioned, then that becomes sahajya. So it's very important. Now I read the translation for you. The ocean of ecstatic love of Krishna is very difficult to understand, even for such demigods as Lord Brahma. Now I need to find my translation here. By enacting his pastimes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu submerged himself in that ocean and his heart was absorbed in that love. Thus, he exhibited in various ways the exalted position of transcendental love for Krishna. Which is a second question.
Yeah, my second question was.
Oh, we have a sound.
I'm sorry. It was, so you were talking about the husbands of the gopis and, how they didn't want their wives looking at Krishna. And I think I know the answer to this question, but it said that we became envious of Krishna and that's how we ended up in the material world. I mean, and couldn't that be sort of construed that the gopis' husbands are a little bit envious of Krishna, that their wives are wanting to look at them? And so I was just wondering if you could, explain the difference there.
Yeah, that's what it is, I think. Yes. And enviness is there.
So, but why are they not then coming to the material world?
Why are not they coming?
Yeah.
Maybe that is how we may be one of them.
All right.
That could be, no? We all could be one of them.
It's a service though.
Yeah.
Because just like Sheila, they had the service of stopping Radha and Krishna from getting together. But Krishna wants that.
Right.
So in the same way-
This is a pastime at the same time. It's just one kind of understanding. It's I already told, I'm not qualified, it's a very deep topic. So just briefly discussing how not to fall like a sahajas. That's what our goal is. Okay.
Along that point that you're mentioning how not to fall like sahajas, because you explained very nicely the difference between imitating and following and how people in Vrindavan will wear sari and lipstick and whatnot. Although, interestingly enough, sometimes the gopis in the spiritual world will dress like cowherd boys to please Krishna. But anyway, one of the points that you're making me think of is, sometimes we have in our line great personalities, like break the regulative principles, not really follow. But one thing you never see with them
Right.
is illicit sex. That's one principle you'll never see them break. You'll never see them have illicit connection with women or men. And one thing you kind of will see with like the Sahaji camp is they're really into that.
Yes. Thank you. And Acharya says, before you question, by simply remaining in this mode, then slowly when you practice your sadhana, then your swabhav will be manifested to you. Don't immediate, like if I am like even do not know how to clean myself and I try to become Siddha Gopi, then it's like unnatural for me. By practicing service, please go ahead. Kirtaneshwar Prabhu.
Yeah, you're mentioning that, our acharyas are many of the times reveal themselves to be Manjari gopis, but Srila Prabhupada never said anything of the sort. And Prabhupada said not to speculate about his Sarup, but actually Prabhupada he said not to speculate, but we can take what Prabhupada actually said. And His Holiness Ashram Swami Maharaj wrote a book on that actually. So Prabhupada, on a few different occasions, indicated some things about his identity in the spiritual world. Not that we're speculating, but Prabhupada did actually say things on quite a few occasions, and Ashram Maharaj wrote that down, but it was, generally it was in the mood of like fraternal cowherd boy. I just wanted to share that there was I'm not like correcting you. I'm just saying this is what Ashram Maharaj told me because he had gotten to
No, I didn't tell Prabhupada.
a debate with one devotee about that, but Ashram Maharaj just said, I'm not speculating, this is actually what Srila Prabhupada said. So with these other devotees, we're kind of speculating, so just wanted to share that we can, he can send it to you if you ever want to. Nice.
Thank you. Anything else? Yeah, last.
I think. So just like the gopis felt separation from Krishna, and that was a very high experience for them. So when we're chanting to get close to Krishna, is it because we feel separated and we're trying to get closer? I mean, what is the feeling so that we can get advanced to feel that separation from Krishna, but we're trying to get close to Krishna?
Our separation comes through service, so we need to engage in service. And if we stop doing our service and try to meditate with the separation, then we again fall under the ditch of problem. So as we keep going on chanting our sadhana, doing our sadhana and doing our respective services, then slowly everything comes to us. So we'll continue doing our service. Advised. Srila Prabhupada gave us service, studying book, doing Harinam, distributing books, doing temple services, all kind of balance. We need to keep balance. And then, yes, separation come. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki, Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Guru Premanande, Hari Hari. It's a big controversial topic, but it's very difficult